Hey guys, Guy 29 coming at you. Good to see you today. Just wanted to touch base on a few things. First off, not made a lot of videos lately. Baseball season in Iowa is alive and well. Uh, Game day number 3 today. Got my Ram baseball gear on. We have a road game today. It's in the morning here with BP at 1:30. Get on the road. Just wanted to share a few things about live baseball right now. We're the only state in the United States that plays sanctioned summer baseball. So we found out the end of May that on June 1st we'd start practice. We had 2 weeks of practice, 11 practices, played our first game this past Monday. Not the start to the season we're looking for. Having a great deal of fun with the kids. Even better, my son is the head coach. He talked me into coming back out and being his assistant. I was the assistant for 14 years at the high school level. Spent the last 6 at the junior high level, and now back with him after he took the head coaching job to help out. We're playing a 14 game schedule, which is about half of what we would normally play. A little more less than half, yeah. And just getting things going. It's kind of crazy. Some of the things we're doing. We have to wipe down bats between each at bat. So if kids use the same bat, it's got to be wiped down before the next one can use it. We've got a tub of, honest to God, it's a tub like this, about yay tall, of sanitary wipes that we use, and that it wipes down the bats, the baseballs, the helmets, the catcher's gear. We have spray bottles that and paper towels that we use. Definitely different. So the bats is a huge thing. Also, the umpires don't hold on to the extra baseballs. Each dugout has 6 baseballs in it. That gets us through the junior varsity and the varsity game. Each time it goes out of play and we get it back, we have to wipe it down before we can put it back into play. Luckily, we have a third coach that helps with that. We call him Mr. Clean. He kind of takes care of a lot of that stuff for us. So my son and I can just do the rest of the coaching job. There's no shaking of hands, no high fives. Our bleachers have been removed for our home games. Our school board said no bleachers. We have roped off extra area for our dugouts, which takes up fan seating. So it's definitely different. Another big thing is we have no school busing for this. Our school decided because we would have to take. We only have 23 kids out for our junior varsity and varsity baseball team. That would require us to take 2 buses for social distancing protocols. And our softball team, our girls softball team, is the same way. So our school board said, if you're going to play, got to find your own way to games. So our schedule is kind of crazy because 5 of our first 6 games are on the road. The good thing is 8 of our last 10 are at home. So that makes for some nice work. The other thing I wanted to touch on quickly is the Virtual Expo that's going on this weekend, today and tomorrow. Usually a big show up in Canada. Interested to see how that works. I did sign up for my free pass, so hopefully I have a chance, probably not today, but tomorrow, to check that out a little bit. Interested to see how they make the selling with eBay, how that's all going to function. How well will you be able to get a hold of those dealers? I've heard different people talk. Sal on the Puck Junk podcast was talking the other day about there'd be a limited number of spots at a booth or a table at a time. So finding what you're really looking for. It's kind of interesting to see. It will be interesting to see how that all plays out. Next thing I want to show are a few pickups I had. Now, I know a lot of people are like, oh, geez, relic cards. I've been picking up some lately, especially of Hall of Famers that I can find. And just like with a lot of my other cards, I showed some vintage a few videos back. Just like that, I'm not paying more than 99 cents for any of these. Hall of Famers, and one autograph that's not a Hall of Famer, but a name that most of you are going to recognize. So we're going to get to that now. First one is a George Foster, 2003 Topps Finest Moments. Picked this up for $1.99, $1, whatever it was. It's kind of got the little holographic look to it. Just a really neat card, especially for $1 of a guy that was just a masher when I was growing up. Next one is a name that kind of fits into that same era, and that's Carlton Fisk here on his White Sox card. This is a 2001 Donruss Classic back card, also $1. A guy that I got to see play in person a couple times, and always tried to get him in person autograph at the stadium and never quite worked out. The next guy's a guy, Rod Carew. He's in the wrong uniform here. Being a Twins fan, I hate to see him in the Angels uniform, but they have him listed as a first baseman. Rod Carew to me is a second baseman. So, but this is a cool card, I thought, especially for $1 of a Hall of Famer. He's got that smile on his face. A guy that just loved playing the game. A little quick story about Rod Carew. The first game I ever went to at Met Stadium in Bloomington, Minnesota. For those of you who don't know, that sat where the site of the Mall of America is now. And he was the first person I ever saw signing autographs at the stadium. Unfortunately, he was done before I got to him. But was very nice about it. You know, talked to one of the people that was with us actually got a baseball from him that day. So that was pretty neat. Little quick Rod Carew story there. The next one is a Jim Rice 2007 Upper Deck SP Legendary cut or materials, and this one's actually numbered 58 out of 199. I don't know how well you can see that right here on the side. Jim Rice was my sister's favorite player growing up. She thought he was just the best looking guy out there. You just got the piece of material in the sea for the cuts, and another one of those guys that saw play in person a couple times when we went to see my cousin pitch for the Royals. The next one's a little different. It's a guy that I don't necessarily relate to from the time frame that this card's from, but this is a Catfish Hunter 1968 game used jersey card. 68 was the year I was born, is what kind of attracted me to it at first. And this is from the Leaf Certified, 2003 Leaf Certified 1968 materials, and this is numbered 65 out of 68. And yes, this was another card that I got for $1. Okay, can't go wrong with that. And I wish you could see it. I'm sure this video is not doing it justice, but the material is just so different than what we see today on cards. The next one is a Frank Thomas Maglio Ordonez 2002 winning materials. Big Frank there on top with a little black pinstripe, Maglio on the bottom with an all gray. Another card for $1. Frank Thomas was a guy that the last year of Comiskey Park, my dad and I took a road trip out to Chicago. It's about a 7-8 hour drive from where we lived, and wanted to see old Comiskey one more time before they tore it down. Haven't been to New Comiskey and don't plan on going anytime soon. But just love the old stadium. It was either Frank's first or second year. I wanted to say it was his rookie year, but got there for BP, walking around and staying down by, and just how mammoth that guy was at the time. You know, he was today. Yeah, we see guys like that a little more frequently, but man, at that time, he certainly stood out in the crowd during BP. Next card is an Orlando Cepeda 2001 Donruss Classics Legendary Lumber card, back card. Being a Giants fan, always intrigued with guys that played, especially early on with the Giants. Early for me, I consider that 40s and 50s. You know, a guy that I think is a truly kind of undervalued, underappreciated Hall of Famer. But once again, for $1, couldn't pass that one up. Now, this next card is a card that a lot of people probably wouldn't buy, but for $1, I threw in a bid, and what the heck. I'm not sure how well it'll show up, but this is a 2005 playoff memorabilia, Marks of Fame, auto jersey relic of Bobby Doerr in his Red Sox uniform there. I believe it's his Red Sox uniform. Yeah, it is. And I guess if I looked at the logo, I could tell that a lot easier. Sticker auto. You can kind of see the crease right in here where somebody didn't have it very well protected for whatever reason. But once again, for $1, Hall of Fame auto jersey relic. Can't go wrong. This one is also numbered 60 out of 125. Couldn't pass that one up. Last card is a card that of a guy that I find fascinating. I've been trying to read a lot about him lately. Rewatched the movie 42 several times, and no, it's not Jackie Robinson, but it is none other than Pee Wee Reese. Just a fascinating guy. I encourage everyone to go out and read some about him, learn about him a little more. This is a 2002 Upper Deck SP Legendary Cuts back card. I just love how they've kind of branded the Brooklyn B into that. Just kind of a nostalgic look, and there's the back of the card. But just a classic look from a guy that I've always found fascinating, being a smaller person myself. Obviously not small enough to have a nickname Pee Wee, but respect nonetheless. So I just wanted to show off a few of those, and I know a lot of people have their own opinions on relic cards, but I kind of like them. I definitely like them. I've got about 7 vault boxes full of relic cards from different sports and different athletes, and it's just something I've enjoyed lately. It's kind of a connection a little closer to the game. So hope you enjoy this. If you have questions, let me know. Like and subscribe down below, and until next time, have a great day.